What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central. And I know, coming to you from the other side of the studio, this isn't where I usually record this podcast at, but I had a little issue. Never, you guys you don't care, but the hard drive issue on the other side of the studio. So we'll be back over there probably by the time it's time for our next video. But we are here today to discuss the Bulls looking amazing in the opening preseason game. And so I had been saying on my videos, the thing that I was most interested in seeing with the Chicago Bulls this season is how the play style develops. What type of game was this Bulls team going to play, and what style? And I think we got to see a lot of that passing, right? The unselfish basketball, a lot of the positionless basketball as well. And that's the thing that's going to make this team so dangerous, that having so many versatile players is really going to make our attack be able to be, different based on the team that we're facing. And so, we got to see flashes of Lonzo. That's still in transition. Was great. And just the ball movement as well. Almost every highlight you will see, it doesn't just come off one pass. There's 2, 3 passes in there, and this team seems to be coming together. Now, this is just one preseason game, right? So and it's against the Cavs. So let's be honest with the competition. But regardless, the bones of this offense look great. Zach LaVine started off a little, so I believe he was 0 for 4, 0 for 5 to start the game, but he came on very early on in this game as well. Before halftime, I think he had boosted his score up to about 13 points. I believe that may have been more towards the third quarter, but he finishes the game with 25 points on 9 for 14 and 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. And that is why Zach LaVine is such a just dangerous player offensively, because not only can he get hot, and when he gets hot, he's damn near unstoppable, but even outside of just the scoring ability, he had 3 assists in this game, 3 rebounds, 3 steals. Zach LaVine, very active in this game as well. We were plus 45 with him on the court, and that's what you want to see from our best player. Him and Vucevic had the best plus minuses. Vucevic, why do my brain always defaults to that? Vucevic also plus 45 in the plus minus on 24 minutes, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal from Vooch. So just a great line there. And every starter in this game was at least plus 30 in the plus minus. We completely destroyed the Cavaliers. So you like to see that, or that's to be expected when you have a win margin as big as what we had in this game. Just great. DeRozan looking good as well. I already talked about Vooch. Alonzo, who didn't score a lot. Now, that may not be his role, but thing that I want to talk about, I want to come off the starters here for a minute. Alex Caruso showing why he is going to be such a great 6-man for this team. In 20 minutes, Caruso with 10 assists, 10 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. In 20 minutes off the bench, looking active. He played a lot of minutes out there with the starters as well. Alex Caruso is going to be the Bulls fans already are really liking him. We see it in the community. Very small crowd in the United Center today, but he got a reaction as well. And Caruso is just a player that that we as fans of this team, the type of player that we like. And it's exciting and great to see Troy Brown Jr. also with 13 points off the bench. And that's the thing that's going to really be interesting, right? Especially with Patrick Williams out, is seeing who steps up and what that means to our lineup going forward. Because now, with Patrick Williams being out, Javonte Green started in place of him, which is another guard. And so we're just seeing, again, that versatility, that positionless basketball that we're probably going to be playing. I know we need, and we've been saying for a while, we're surprised that the Bulls don't have more front court depth. But when you're able to play like this, and again, this is against the Cavs, when you're able to play like this, it really opens up everything else if you can play small and not really be it hugely impacting you negatively. And that's one of the good things too. If this injury was going to happen to anyone, while Patrick Williams is very important to this Bulls future, he's very important to what this team is going and hopefully is able to do over the course of the season. The thing is that Patrick Williams is not going to be, I don't expect, be looked at to do a lot on the offensive end. So because of that, it makes it kind of easier to slot in different people in while he's out and see what we have there. Haize Johnson, very active as well. 3 for 4 on shooting, 11 rebounds from him, 8 points as well. I really do. He's one of the players, and I know a lot of Derrick Jones Jr., Troy Brown Jr. are players that, this franchise is very interested in. But I don't know why I like this Haize Johnson kid so much, because I don't know what it is about him. Like, and this is the first time I've ever like paid attention to him playing. I didn't watch very many Nets games before, but like just the way that he talks, and seeing highlights from him after the Bulls signed him and looking at, like, he just seems like a player who has a lot of heart. He may not always score effectively or anything, but I like players like that. And so, Haize Johnson was somebody who I looked at very closely in this game as well. And nothing that stands is going to stand out hugely in the stat line, but another very active player, and it's going to make it interesting because I had expected, Kobe White, and I still expect Kobe White to get a lot of minutes, to get some opportunity when he comes, to really be second guard behind Alex Caruso off the bench, but still get a lot of minutes. But I'm telling you right now, if Io is able to keep showing flashes in this preseason, he's going to make that conversation very interesting. But overall, just the Bulls, the fluidity on offense already for a team that is still not very familiar with each other. Like, most of this team is new to this. It was not on the team at the start of last season. So that chemistry is going to get better over the course of the season. But if this is how we're starting off with unselfish basketball, and this is why it was important to have the biggest players on this team, the main players on this team, to keep talking about that spirit of sacrifice, to talk about playing for each other, to say they don't give a damn about the fit conversation. When you have that spirit on your team very early on, it makes that unselfishness easier as the course of the season goes on. And this is what this preseason game did for anything else. I initially was excited that this was our first preseason game because I wanted to see Patrick Williams guard marketing. We're not going to get that until the season, but it kept that good feeling going that we've been having from the offseason. And for anyone who doubted the Bulls, I wonder, like, I'm not saying that this one preseason game is going to turn or should turn for that matter, very many doubters all the way around, but it should open some more eyes. This is coming also off the Bulls being voted as having the best offseason by the NBA GMs. And it's been a summer of really the mainstream media doubting the Bulls' moves. And so to have a game like this coming off the news of the NBA GMs really appreciating or showing that they respect how the Bulls improved their team over this summer, I'm gonna say it right now. Get on the bandwagon. If you are somebody who's not an everyday Bulls fan who is watching this video and you're trying to see if you're gonna love this Bulls team coming into the season, you can get on the bandwagon now, because I'm telling you right now, when we're about 15, 20 games in, if the Bulls are playing and winning at the rate that we think that they can, I don't want to see very many. You stay over there. You don't try to come now and show love to Zach LaVine and the Chicago Bulls. But that's just the petty Bulls fan in me. But it's a great feeling to see this team play this well in their first game. Like I said, they're playing the fucking Cavs. But marketing in this one, let's just talk about the former Bull marketing, who actually from the small crowd in the United Center did apparently get some ovation. So, that's surprising. I wonder if that's going to hold true when the United Center is pretty much full during the regular season, because, the people of Chicago are really kind of over, and it seemed like they had turned on Larry by the end of that. But, maybe him stepping away from it, appreciation has grown for him some. We'll see. But marketing with 16 points coming off the bench. He had a plus minus of -20, which most of this team was in the negative because they lost by such a huge margin. But 13 points off the bench, 4 rebounds, no assist, and 1 steal. So that's what Lauri's stat line was coming out of this game. And, Lauri, who I had said it when he got traded, I don't think he's going to start on this team. He didn't start tonight. But I mean, he's still going to get plenty of minutes. I don't, the 16 minutes tonight was mainly just because they fucking were getting their ass kicked. So he didn't need to play a lot of minutes. But I also don't expect Kevin Love to be on this team for the full season. And so he's going to definitely absorb a lot of those Kevin Love minutes because Kevin Love got 11 minutes off the bench as well. But I told you, I still appreciate Larry, and I still do think Larry can have a really solid career. So I'm going to be on the look. It just sucks that he's on the, I fucking hate the Cavs, which is surprising because I'm not from here, right? I live in Columbus, Ohio. So like, it's not Cleveland, but it's the closest basketball team to us. So like, there's a lot of Cavs fans here, and I fucking hate being here, man, because I hate the Cavs. But that's it. That's all I got. I just wanted to give you guys a quick one. To touch base, has probably been the longest that I have gone. It's been like 5 days since my last drop. I think that's the longest I've gone without dropping an episode in almost a month. But I had to take some personal time, me and my kids and stuff. So I appreciate all the support. Like I like to end every episode on is what? Before we get in the episode, if you make sure you're hitting like and subscribe. If you want to send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, you can do so at bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Also, there's a voicemail down below. You can call or text that line to interact with us, and I'll play that on the show as well. But now, like I like to end every show on, go Bulls. I love you guys. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.